Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. And I'd like to think I save time, I save effort, I save energy, and even once in a while, save a little bit of sanity. I'm so glad I'm coming back to my weekly Sunday chats. It's been a while, and I feel that Sundays are a very, very special day. Well, actually, of course, every single day that we wake up, in my honest opinion, is a very special day. But there is something super special about Sunday. So this is a good day. It's the absolutely first day of the week. Many times people equate the first day of the week as the first work day of the week, which is traditionally Monday in most mainstream positions. However, Sunday, of course, as we all really know, is the first actual day of the week. You know what I love about first days of the week? They're fresh starts, they're new beginnings, and it is a chance to do over. Every once in a while, I like to come up with this particular discussion of do-overs and fresh starts, pressing the reset button. For example, it's just like even on our computers, right? Sometimes it messes up for no reason that we can understand, for an unexplained reason, but if we shut down our computers and reset it, reboot it, if you will, comes back to normal as if nothing crazy ever happened. Don't ask me why, but computers have a way of reshuffling the decks in their little computer minds, if you will. But you know what? So too, so can we. Have you been difficult on yourself for things that did not come through the way you wanted them in the last prior 7 days, the last week, for example, or the last couple of days, and you get a little frustrated, you get a little angry at yourself? Well, that's never going to do any good. It's, beating yourself up for past mistakes never does anyone any good. The real thing is, what do we do about it now? But the very first thing that every single one of us has to do for prior mistakes or things that didn't come through is not give up. Just first of all, have a mindset of not giving up. And this is why I love clean slates, brand new days of weeks like Sunday, for example. This is such a wonderful time to say, you know what? Yeah, it didn't come right the way I wanted to, whatever the issue was, but this is the day or this is the week that I'm going to start fresh. This is a new day. This is a new week. And you have to also do another thing that's really quite important. You have to forgive yourself. You have to look in the mirror and forgive yourself if it's something beyond just, let's say, an administrative error, for example. Suppose you were like very, very rude, nasty, or unkind to someone, or downright mean to someone. You have to really examine your conscience and just go through the thing of getting forgiveness where you're supposed to get forgiveness, and forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. You have to wash it out of your brain that you messed up, because you are truly forgiven if you really repent. Okay? This is why I talk about this stuff on a Sunday. Get a little bit away from the financials, if you will. This is the time to start over. Okay? And you know what? Think of it this way. There is, and still popular, a band, okay, a surf band that was highly popular in the early 60s, one of my absolute favorites. And they did a song, and this band recorded tons and tons of music, a lot of beachy music, if you know what I'm saying, surf music. And one of the records that struck out was a very, very popular record. I'm not getting into that because of, copyright issues or whatever, but one record that was very popular took 17 takes. Now, in the music business, I suppose 17 takes really doesn't sound like too much. But for the average person, can you imagine doing something over 17 times until it's gotten to the point of acceptance the way you like it? 17 takes. And this was on a record that turned into a huge hit in the early middle 60s. Okay? And this is just an example. So if a famous band that knew their stuff and knows their stuff and is still actually in concert around the world at this time, okay, it's incredible all these years later. But they did a record, they recorded this record in 17 takes, which is actually kind of minor because I've heard stories of other music people that recorded things in maybe 30 takes or 40 takes or whatever it took, many multiple times. They did a do-over, they did a retake, they did a, take 50, whatever it was, till it was gotten right. You know what? Apply that same theory. Get it right, but if you don't get it right the first time, do it again. Let's compare it to me doing this voiceover on a recording, okay? Many times I'm fortunate I do get it right because I'm used to doing this. But there are times that I've had to do multiple do-overs, okay? Let's say maybe 2 or 3 times. By the 4th time, I'd say, okay, this is acceptable, that I would like my listening audience, my viewers to hear, to digest the topic at hand. So take this day as an opportunity. 1, self-forgiveness, very important. 2, say and mean it, you're going to restart this thing with all your might and get it right, okay? And this is the time to just go forward and to get it right. And if it takes 17 takes or more, just imagine how great you will feel by take 18 because you've gotten it right. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for listening. Why? Because I really do appreciate whose time? Your time. Don't forget to come back in the future for future Sunday chats. And don't forget to come back tomorrow, Monday, for Money Monday. Have an amazing remainder of the weekend. Bye-bye, everyone. Take